There's no twisting this or getting around this. Look at on page 11. On page 11, I'll put the PDF to both all these books in the description box. And we can show where the doctrine changed at. And some could venture to say, now I don't know if any of the elders are watching, but any of the elders, can you tell me when somebody said, why lie about Joel's room? I was in there. They talked all, not necessarily Joel, but other people talked all manner of evil against us in Joel's room. Come on now. 300 people heard it. So anyway, if there's an elder in here, can somebody tell me when General Yohana came into power? When did General Yohana came into power? Because we have another book from the mid-90s. Rob said, no, they didn't. Okay. All right. Well, somebody, all you guys got to do is go play the replays and let you guys be the judge. Somebody tell me when Yohana came into power. Rob said, no, they didn't. Okay. All right. Well, somebody, all you guys got to do is go play the replays and let you guys be the judge. Somebody tell me when Yohana came into power. Look at Rob lying. Rob, he will be your friend one day, your enemy the next day. Rob, they said he sold out for money. So, Rob, you didn't hear that we sold out for money? Come on, dude. This is why I don't deal with double talking snakes. That's crazy because we have a book from
when he is a double talking snake.
1995 to show when the doctrine changed. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. When the doctrine changed, it went from Romans 10 and 9. Look at this. Romans 10 and 9. Look what this, on Marks of a Lost Race, page 11. Look at this. We find in Romans 10 and 9.
Hey, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And salvation is only for Israel, the 12 tribes, and no one else. And right here you got Deacon Sakari, Deacon Hakai, going into the book that Abba Bibbins supposedly wrote, called Marks of the Lost Tribe. And he got this, Vocab actually brought this book out about 3 years ago. And I remember I watched the whole live that he did with Abu. And he actually put the PDF out. And I had downloaded it. And it didn't look like this. So what I believe happened is he got the PDF from Vocab and changed it. Because Vocab and Abu went through the book with a fine-tooth comb, you know, and if they would have seen this in the book, they would have brought it out. But I'm going to play the video.
Paul speaking to the natural Gentiles. He didn't say Israelite Gentiles. He said natural Gentile.
And if he did change the book, that's wicked. That's super wicked as hell. Because Abba Bibbins was John the Baptist. And John the Baptist is said to be greatest among all men.
First of all, he's saying Paul is writing to some Gentiles. When he said, if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Joshua, and shalt believe in thine heart that God has raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
So, first of all, He reading from Romans 10, and he's saying that Paul said the natural Gentiles. It's crazy. Paul wasn't speaking to the natural Gentiles right there. First of all, he was reading from Romans 10. All right. Romans 10 and 1. All right, because this is who Paul was speaking with. It's the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 1. It say, my brethren, all right? Who is Paul's brethren? All right? This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1. It say, I say that have Yahweh cast away his people. His people is Israel. It say, Yahweh forbid, for I also am an Israelite. Paul was an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So he was from one of the 12 tribes. All right. Now, Romans 10 and 1. It says, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel is that they may be saved. All right. Not the world. Not no one else. So like what he was quoting was Romans 10 and 13. It say, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. All right. So people use that to say, first of all, I'm going to start at 12. It say, Romans 10 and 12. For there is no difference between Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all and that call upon him. When they say Jew or Greek, it was talking about both Israelites. Right? Greek was Hellenized Israelites. Right? Like Jake is over here in America, super Hellenized. It say, whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. All right. So Paul didn't come up with that statement. All right. That was a quote from the book of Joel. All right. I believe Peter also used the same quote in the book of Acts. It wasn't Paul, it was Peter. It's the book of Acts chapter, it's the book of Acts chapter 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. What did he say in the next verse? Because Christians like to bring that verse up. When you read the next verse, it say, ye men of Israel, hear these words. It ain't say the world to hear these words. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which Yahweh did in the midst of you and yourselves also know. He did it in the midst of Israel. All right. And then when we read Romans 10 and 1, it said that Israel might be saved. That's his prayer to Yahweh. That's the book of Joel. I believe it's 2 and 27. No. This the book of Joel 2 and 32. It say, and it said the same thing in the book of Acts chapter 2. Come on, man. All right. So it's Joel talking to Gentiles. It's the book of Acts chapter 2 verse This is the book of Acts chapter. This is the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 16. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. I forgot that was there. This was that. So Peter gave credit to this was that was spoken by the prophet Joel. Right? And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, that and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy, and I will show wonders in heaven and signs in the heaven beneath, blood, fire, and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushai Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among. So it's saying the same thing. All right, let's get in Joel. These dudes don't know what they're talking about. See, he's going to show signs and wonders in the heavens, blood. It's the same thing. He was quoting that. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. All right, that's where the deliverance is going to happen. In Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said. And in the remnant, whom the Lord shall call. All right, the remnant of Israel. These dudes going off big time. All right, but this the nail in the coffin, though. This scripture right here, because they were saying, no heathens gonna receive salvation. Because was it salvation when we went into slavery? Because when we went into slavery, it was people that died on the trip, who didn't make it. But a lot of Jake did make it over, so I guess that was salvation for them. This and now, all right. The only scripture you need to cut these dudes. This is the book of in the Apocrypha, the additions to Esther. And I always bring this out when dealing with the Gentiles. This the additions to Esther chapter 10 verse. I'm gonna start at the top 4. Then Mordecai said, Yahweh hath done these things. For I remember a dream which I saw concerning these matters, and nothing thereof hath faileth. Right? Because the word of the Lord, when it must be fulfilled. A little fountain became a river, talking about Israel, and there was light in the sun and much water. This river is Esther, whom the king married and made queen. And the 2 dragons are I and Ammon, and the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews. And my nation is this, Israel, which cried to Yahweh and were saved. See, Israel is going to cry to Yahweh and be saved. For Yahweh have saved his people. Who is his people? Israel. And Yahweh have delivered us from all those evils. And Yahweh have wrought signs and great wonders which have not been done among the Gentiles. Therefore have he made 2 lots, one for the people of God and another for all the Gentiles. And these two lots came at the hour and the time and day of judgment before Yahweh among all nations. So Yahweh remembered his people and justified his inheritance. Therefore those days shall be unto them in the month of Adar, the 14th and the 15th day of the same month, as an assembly in joy and with gladness before Yahweh according to the generations, forever among his people. Shalom.